Easy lover? Yeah.
Jeez, Coop, you're having a day.
I know. I know.
What else you do?
My phone went off during coach,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
so they're poking fun at me all day.
Keep it going.
Myles, when you watch Drake May on film, does he remind you of any quarterbacks currently from the past?
I'm not comparing him to anyone but Drake, man. And right now he's playing ball at a very high level. And I mean, he's doing it the only way he knows how. He's having fun out there. He's had the chance to meet him, and I think he's a good human being. He's a hell of a competitor, and he's leading his guys as he should.
Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels both have said that they don't think that they have seen a defense like you guys. Do you kind of see it that way too?
I mean, I think we provide our own intricacies and unique challenges among our defense, and we're definitely going to be throwing some different looks, and we'll try to keep them off guard.
Myles, what was it like last year to have Mike Vrabel in the building and seeing him around? And when you look at this New England team, like, does it feel like he's stamped this team with his personality? I
For
guess?
sure, absolutely. I mean, it was great having him around. Hell of a leader, hell of a coach. Always came to work. Was trying to get the most out of every position group, not just the one he was assigned to. So I'm glad to see him doing well.
Were you able to learn something from him? And if so, what was maybe that thing you took away from your interactions with him?
I wouldn't say I learned anything in particular. He didn't come in our room and coach technique or anything, but just watching how he worked with the O line, how he was so involved in trying to work on everybody's technique individually. Like that said a lot to me about how much it means to him and how much of a player's coach he is.
Myles, last week you talked about moving around, how that can help you. But I think a few weeks earlier you talked about also just kind of staying at your right end spot and going into left tackle every snap. So I guess how do you balance when you want to do one thing and when it's best to move around?
Man, I feel like you just gotta get a read of when you got a beat on a guy. When you're getting hotter and you know that this the right time for this matchup, go ahead and take it. Whether it's left side, right side, three technique, over the center. I feel like I'm a weapon, so you can put me anywhere.
Is that conversations you have during the game when you notice or you feel like there's an opportunity to be had?
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it during the week, and then you go out there and see what the looks are like, and if they're giving more attention on one side, chipping differently on one side, and then you find where the weakness is, and then you attack it.
How much have you maybe studied Reggie White? What do you think of Reggie and what is it like for you to mention in the same breath as one of the greatest of all time?
I mean, it's an honor, but it's something I don't think about. Right now, I'm just focused on us winning, and to be ranked and compared to some of the greats, you have to win. And right now, that's my sole focus. It's our sole focus as a team, and let the people talk as they may. But I'm just trying to have fun and keep on progressing forward.
Did you know you were on the verge of breaking one of his records, though? Most sacks for a player under 30.
I better hurry up then.
Got to the 29th of December.
Yes, sir. I got a little time.
Myles, you're used to the defense. The rest of the guys are just kind of feeding off of your energy on that side of the line. What can you say about Brand and his play this year? And do you see that sort of happening with the defense in terms of the way he's playing and guys kind of feeding off of him?
He's got a certain quiet intensity. He's not afraid to come down and put his hat on somebody. He's physical, he's aggressive, and when he talks, some people feel him. People hear him, and love that kind of leadership from our defensive group, and that's what we need on the back end. And I think that's kind of infectious for guys behind us, and we need them to make our job possible.
Myles, how do you
I think currently he's been playing some really great ball, and if my eyes don't lie, he's playing the best he's played.
How
Myles,
important
how do
is
you-
this game going into the bye week to get a win?
I mean, they're all crucial. Before the bye week, after the bye week, we kind of dug ourselves a hole. So, we have to, keep on stacking these wins, and we got to be obsessive about it. Obsessive with the details and finding a way to, get to this win.
These games that you've gotten to. These games you've gotten to play with Mason so far, how do you think he's come along as a pass rusher? And I mean, just in general, the interior pressure you guys are getting, what are you seeing out there?
I think he continues to grow, and he keeps on developing throughout the year. He hasn't kind of rested on his laurels. He's really been becoming even more twitchy throughout the year, and getting to see him rush in different positions. He continues to surprise us with what he's able to do and what he's capable of.
Especially this Tyson thing. Like about a couple weeks ago when you were asked about the trade, you said, hey, that's a winning move that the front office made. Just how impressed are you with his play through a couple of games and how well he's been able to seamlessly kind of slide into that role?
Well, he's taking his role very seriously. He knew the position when he was in. Being asked to start and play at a very high level immediately, and the guys have put their arms around him and helped him develop and become part of his team. And he's really been in stride with the rest of us.
Josh McDaniels said it'd be simpler if he just stayed at one spot so he could tell his guys and plan for it. So I guess how much stress do you think when you do move around that puts on them from a planning, even all five guys having to be ready to block you?
Well, you have to ask Braves about Tennessee a couple years back, see how much stress that put on them. But I plan to move around a little bit. We'll see how much that ends up doing.
Do you enjoy those pre-snap moments when you see that the quarterback's either looking for you or they recognize that you're in another spot?
Oh yeah, I love seeing the look in their eye when they're looking around. They finally find me, and then I'm switching. It's great.
You wave your hand or anything?
They usually give a wink.
Myles, haven't told us that Mike Hall is going to be playing this game for the first time after his 2 surgeries. So, what have you seen him roughly go through to get back to this point? How eager are you to see him play?
I mean, we're all very eager. We know he's explosive. He loves the game. He eats, sleeps, talks the game. So, he's been itching to go out there and prove himself and continue to get back on track. And he's worked hard to get back on the field. He's been taking his treatment very seriously. So I'm glad to see what he can do.
You got a costume for this week?
For the game.
What is Malik added?
We're going to make this one the last one.
What is Malik added to your in that D-line?
Just another great pass rusher, but another layer of veteran leadership, of being able to help balance some of the personalities in the room, and just a second voice that can help be an echo chamber for getting the guys on the same page and point us in the right direction.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.